Here's the deal. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and all associated locations are by far the scariest places on Earth. But the reason this place is so scary is one simple thing. Every employee here has the survival instincts of lint. None of them stand their ground. Michael Afton, Mike Schmidt, someone else probably. They all just sit there and put up zero fight. Not me though. So let me tell you how I'd beat every FNAF 1 animatronic in a fight. Obviously, in any fight, you need rules. You need regulations. And while we're not going to be a pussy in these fights, it's important to remember my life is on the line. So to start out, we have Rule 1, game context only. What this entails is every animatronic we fight will be in its original game location. In this situation, we're going to pretend that I got the job at this location instead of Mike. This means only places inside the restaurant can be used as a battleground. 2 rule. Only items at the restaurant. I cannot bring a weapon or item that isn't on my immediate persons or is in this location. And while in Hit Video Die in a Fire uses a fire axe, I don't think they're going to have one at this location, so it's going to be rough. Rule number 3. Guys, we're here to have fun. And also win. So now with the rules out of the way, let's see that... Oh, okay, cut me off, why don't you? Well, FNAF 1 has a pretty small cast, and for the most part, isn't too bad of a fight, I feel. We have Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie the Bunny, Chica the Chica, Foxy the Pirate, and... Golden Freddy. This is a fairly scary roster, and I can't see why Michael Afton wouldn't throw hands with these 5. Foxy and Golden Freddy are especially scary. Not to mention what the game over screen and some of the scenes of the movie imply these beasts are capable of. It's a scary fight, yes, but it's still winnable. So now, for our first opponent, we got... Bonnie the Bunny. Night 1 is mainly Bonnie, which means this is an easy 1v1. Or does it? Because according to Scott Cawthon, Bonnie does not abide by the rules of time, space, or physics. This implies that he has evil secret powers we do not know about, so we should play it safe when approaching. That's why I've made the battle plan. You see, Bonnie approaches from the left hallway, and always the left hallway. This predictable attack pattern gives us an opportunity for a beautiful and easy sneak attack. When Bonnie's distracted with going down his hallway, we can quickly run out the right door and quickly go behind and strike him with something to knock him over. But due to his powers, we need range. In the restaurant, our weaponry options are as follows. Bonnie's guitar. It's likely on the stage somewhere, as he does not have it in his hands when he's attacking us. Number 2, a variety of brooms and mops. And number 3, wires. These aren't too useful, but we could maybe use it to trip someone. But remember, Bonnie does not abide by the rules of time, space, or physics. He has mystical powers beyond our comprehensions. So there's a chance he tries to fire a beam at me that turns me old, bald, and also dead. So in case of emergency, we need a shield. So when we're going down the right hallway to make our sneak attack, we should stop by the kitchen and maybe get one of these pizza trays. And for a weapon that has the most range, we can also get this in the kitchen, a mop. With this plan in motion, here's how it goes down. The night starts, and I go to the kitchen, I give myself a broom and a pizza pan shield. Then, I go back into the office, back to the cameras, until Bonnie moves. The second Bonnie is deep in the left hallway, I make a break for it out the right door. But quietly. I'll then wait for him to slowly make his way to the office. When he looks in the office to try and jump scare me, I strike him with the mop. I made it a little wet while I was waiting, so it does extra damage to his circuits. But obviously, he's a big scary robot who's not going to go down with one swing. And suddenly, after I swing at him, Bonnie starts to use his time-space powers to fire a beam at me to make me bald, old, and dead. But that's why I brought the shield. I use the shield, I reflect the beam back at it, and it instantly vaporizes Boner. Easy win. Now, that means we can move on to our next opponent. Someone who's less scary, but still a little threatening to be fair. Chica the Chica. Chica is less of a dangerous foe, but does bring up an interesting battle arena. The kitchen. As a player of the game, we cannot see the kitchen, but as a night guard, clearly it's a physical location and it's there. We can just go there. And in the kitchen, we're going to assume their pizza dough is pre-made and just sitting in a fridge somewhere in here. And if it's not, then I feel bad for the morning shift. But we're gonna assume Fazbear Entertainment is kind to their workers and lets them pre-make their dough the night before. So, that will be our weapon of choice. Then I will start, and immediately I will dash for the kitchen. After breaking into the kitchen, I locate all the dough, and I make a trap on the floor. Then I keep some of it in my back pocket. After we set up our little dough trap, I will set up a throne or get my office chair to bring into the kitchen, so that whenever Chica enters, I can sit there dramatically and say, "Ho ho, I've been expecting you." Then, Chica will walk into the kitchen and unassumingly step into the dough, look down at her feet, seeing all the dough, then look up dramatically at me. Then I'll say the line, "I've been expecting you, Foxy." Somehow, I'll say the wrong name, realize my error, then yell out, "Fuck!" because I accidentally mixed up the name somehow. Then, I'll throw all the dough that I have in my back pocket on Chica out of pure anger and embarrassment. This will then lock up her joints and make her unable to move. Then, we can set her on fire with the stove or something. Easier win. Now, this is where things start to ramp up. Foxy is scary. He runs very, very fast, which means as a robot, he has a good center of gravity. So, we cannot just push him over onto the floor like a dumb idiot baby. And there's a good chance he will throw hands. And we want to avoid throwing hands with him because he has a hook and that's scary. So, what do? And keep in mind, killing yourself isn't an option. Here's the plan. We need to do one of two things. 1, jump him whenever he enters the office, or 2, jump him at Pirate Cove. So what's the best course of action, you might be asking? So we're flipping a coin. I got heads, so we'll be jumping him whenever he's in the office. This means we can just sit back, relax, and wait for Foxy to come to us. But instead of sitting in my chair like a little sack of lint, waiting to be attacked, I'm going to be standing right here in the office. So whenever Foxy tries to slide into the office and awkward stare at me and scream loudly, he'll see nothing. Then I'll jump on his back. And honestly, I don't know what to do after this part. So what we're actually going to do is rewind to the attack planet. Oh, what's this? 1 free dump a bucket of water on an animatronic card? Only redeemable once per video in this entire series? Oh yes, please, I'll be taking that and spending it now. Considering the fact that Foxy can run, I'm going to assume he can throw hands like an absolute demon. Therefore, the plan will be, we're going to wait for him to jump scare us in the office, and whenever he tries to jump scare us, I'm just dumping water on him. I'm pretty sure that's just going to immediately just disintegrate and destroy him. Therefore, easy win. Oh no. We ran out of power. That means now we gotta fight the big boss honcho himself. Freddy Fazbear. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. I've been cheesing these last few opponents quite a lot. Chica, I trapped and burned. Foxy, I used my 1 get out of jail free card on. Then there's Bonnie, who I was only able to beat because he was foolish, brash, and a stupid dumb idiot baby with his magical powers. By all means, Freddy should be able to pack me up easy. And he would, if I was Michael Afton and a pussy that didn't throw hands. But there is a reason he's the leader of the bunch, and he's at his most powerful in the dark. So let's go through an analysis of Freddy Fazbear. I pulled out all the stops to truly bring myself the best battle possible with this one, which means only the best of the best sources. The Versus Wiki, a very reliable source of information, and for what Freddy Fazbear's powers seem to be and what he can do, they say, okay, so we're going to be using a different source actually. To start off, Freddy Fazbear is at his most powerful in the dark. He seems to move silently and swiftly from all the way across the restaurant in mere seconds from when the lights turn on to when they turn off. But he's a stupid dumb idiot baby who falls for the classic wear a Freddy mask trick despite he himself being Freddy Fazbear. But I did say this would be an honorable battle, so I will not be using that strategy. So here it is. The second the night starts, I go straight for the break room and I'm absolutely destroying it. If I'm going to beat Freddy Fazbear, I'm doing it at his maximum power. And once the breaker is, well, breakered, we locate Freddy Fazbear. Nay, actually, he will come to us because he knows precisely where I am. I will stand my ground and I will wait for Freddy to come to me. And when he finally shows up, he's going to stand there, menacingly, and start glowing his eyes and playing his cheery little funky tune. That's when I go for the first throat chop straight to Freddy, breaking his vocal cords and immediately stunning him. Freddy Fazbear, however, wasn't expecting such a strong opponent to be so willing to throw hands. He then immediately grabs my hand and just fucking shatters it. Following my hand getting absolutely shattered, my hand hurts a lot. Then I realize, wait a second, that actually hurt a lot and my hand is bleeding. I'm going to go back to cheating now because I don't want to die here. I will then put the breaker back on and then immediately push Freddy Fazbear over and then start kicking him while he's down and crying like a pathetic little baby. Eventually, he'll get tired of kicked while on the ground and he'll use his premier Freddy Fazbear rated white flag of defeat, and I will have officially beaten the entire cast of FNAF 1 and... I forgot about you. Golden Freddy, of all the animatronics, it really stumped me for a while. What could I possibly do? Because originally I was thinking, damn, we have a robot that can cause hallucinations, teleport around, be a giant head in a hallway, and trap people in hell for eternity. This is a terrifying set of skills, and I have no idea how to win. Not to mention, I already used my free dump a bucket of water on an animatronic card on Foxy. Then I realized something. Golden Freddy is like, already dead. He just sits there and does nothing, so I'm just gonna say GG, easy win. And that's that. In a pool of animatronic blood and Golden Freddy just sitting there, I am win. But there are still a lot of other animatronics to fight. There are so many, in fact, that I had to cut some from this video. Originally, I was going to brawl FNAF 1 and 2, but ultimately I changed my mind after finishing the Golden Freddy section. So, you know, maybe if this video does well, I'll go ahead and beat up those guys. 25 likes. So yeah, thanks for watching. You know, hit like, subscribe, because I'll make more stuff if you do. And yeah.